Well, let's take a closer look at the changes to the job support scheme, which you say is now more targeted, more focused. While it's extended for another 7 months, the support provided will vary according to the sectors. Firms in the aerospace, aviation and tourism sectors that have been the hardest hit will receive 50% wage support until March next year.
The built environment sector will get 50% wage support for 2 more months before the support is lowered to 30%. The arts and entertainment, food services, land transport, marine and offshore, as well as the retail sectors will receive 30% wage support also for 7 more months.
And the large majority of the remaining sectors will get 10% support for the 7 months. The few sectors that are managing well, including biomedical sciences, financial services and ICT, will receive 10% support until December this year. So Vikram, the question is, what do you make of this targeted, focused approach to the JSS? Will the revised support be enough for the firms to continue getting back on their feet and avoid any retrenchment, hopefully, of workers or even the risk of shutting?
Okay, now the targeted approach makes sense because I think the impact of COVID-19 has been very variable across sectors. There are some sectors that are doing all right, for example, finance, for example, the biomed sector. A few sectors are doing even better during COVID than before COVID, such as the e-commerce sector. The biomed is another case. Whereas many sectors are struggling. So it would be wasteful and unfair to give equal type of support across the board. So you do have to differentiate. But that said, I mean, there are still issues. I mean, I think we have to be realistic. The government has said that it cannot save every firm, it cannot save every job. And even within sectors, there are different companies that are differently positioned. So for example, in retail, you have mom and pop shops on the one end, then you have the big department stores on the other side, and you have the supermarkets, the supermarkets, which are doing very well, whereas the mom and pops could be struggling. So it's the same sector, but different companies are doing differently. Or you look at the restaurants. I mean, you have small family-run restaurants on the one side and hawkers, and then you have the big chains, which are also part of the restaurant sector. So they are differently positioned. They may be differently leveraged. They may have different staying power. So not all companies in every sector are doing the same, but they're going to get the similar levels of support. So I think there could be issues for some companies in different sectors. The same is true of hotels and the whole hospitality sector. The big hotels are able to provide staycations, right? But the backpacker hostels are not able to do that. So you have a differential situation within the sector. So I think there will be some companies that will have problems, even despite this support. It will help, but it is not going to solve everybody's problems. There will still be layoffs, even in the sectors that are being helped.